All right, cool. So today, 4/6/2024, we're going to break down some trades, right? This is the week ending in 4/5/2024. We had a lot of, just tons of opportunity this week. And the thing is, right, I think that's a good topic for today is learning to spot what actually matters, right? Like, the market's filled with opportunity. Right, constant information. I think Mark Douglas calls it information, meaning the way the candles move generates opportunity. Now, for us to make money in this market, we have to become aware of what to look at, and sometimes that means what not to look at. Right, so Monday was a great so first things first, right? All-time high was up here at 52464. This on SPY. I'm going to pull SPX up next to it because I went through and put all the trades I had this week up on this chart. So, no, I'm not, man. Thanks, Todd. One day I'll remember to share my screen. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. So chart over here on SPX, right? We have the all-time high from the previous Friday, right? Which was 3/28/24, right? It was 52.64. So if you look at the SPY chart, pre-market, we're gapped up significantly, right? Like massively, right? I'm like, okay, what do I need to see to trade with buyers, right? So going back to the topic today, which is learning to look at the information that matters, right? So I'm in my mind, I'm going, okay, my goal today is to trade with the overall conditions of the market, meaning if it's bullish, I want to trade with buyers. If it's bearish, I want to trade with sellers. So pre-market, I have my levels up, previous day high, end of day, previous day low, and then some bearish targets. It's probably going to be right down yonder. Bam. All right, so in my mind, I'm going, okay, pre-market, previous day high cannot hold. This is very bearish, right? Not like, let me rephrase. This is a sign that buyers are losing strength, right? So this is what I love about structure. Every time you see a break and retest, you're getting information that matters, right? You're going, okay, this is a bullish chart pattern. We've broken above it. We're coming down for a retest. There's two things that can happen here. Buyers can defend this, right? Or sellers defend it. So if buyers defend this, it looks like a move up to 52584. If sellers defend it, it looks like a move to end of day PDL. That's my 50-50 perspective. That's my bullish and bearish mentality. So we break below it. So now my pre-market plan, in my mind, I'm going, I want a retest. I think I put something about if we could hold above 52411 or 525, I'm bullish. If not, I'm bearish. So you can see here, we rip right up into the supply zone created from previous day high. And then now I'm going to flip to SPX because that's the one I made the trade off of. So we get this, price comes right up towards previous day high, and we get a really nice red candle, right? So, Todd, first HBT pattern here. What are you think? Okay, so when price comes up in here and you get this red candle, what's going through your mind? Like right here. Bam. Or a lower high. Yes. 50-50, right? Because what we're doing here is going, okay, here's a high, here's a lower high. Red candle. And in my perspective or my understanding, I always watch, and I learned this from you, who is this candle knocking out, right? I go, this guy right here, his low is 52.60. This candle just knocked that out. Now, I'm not necessarily shorting this, but in my mind, I'm going, oh, hold on. We couldn't make a higher high. That's not bullish, that's bearish. Okay. Then we get this really nice red candle. Boom. So what this candle did was invalidate. So right here, I mean, this is still bullish, right? We're above open print. Only information that matters to me right now is we've made a lower high, but we're still above open print. So I'm not necessarily ready to short the market. Then price breaks open print, it breaks end of day. So now I'm going, okay, this is very bearish. I want to short the market, but I can't because my risk. I have nowhere to stop out of this trade. And this is where, like me and Novak were just talking about breakouts, right? This is where I struggle with breakouts because I'm the type of trader that enters this short, and I don't want to assume the risk of the 9 pullback because 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a pullback to that 9. And this is what really helps keep me patient, right? Because like the old Josh used to, I'd be like, oh man, I got to get in this immediately. Now I go, okay, let me see how price reacts on the pullback. We get the pullback. It's lining right up with open print. I take this short. Yeah, take this short. I'm like, okay, I'm getting in this bad boy. Let's go. Short play. The biggest reason I'm going short, once again, is lower high. And my risk is ultra tight. My risk is above this candle, right? SPX, that's about like a $3 move. So that's fine with me. That's about equivalent to 30 cents on SPY. So I'm good with that. Hold on one second. Go short. Take my first profit at the end of this candle. Actually, I'm completely out of this trade at this candle, at the end of it. Because in my mind, right, going back to what actually matters, right, I need to make calculated decisions that make me money, right? So to do that, right here I'm up about 70%, 60% on this trade. It was a really large move, right, in one 5-minute candle. Now, the 9 here is, what is this? Hold on. The low here, 48. The 9 DEMA is about $6 away. So in my mind, which is about 60 cents on SPY, right? Let's look. So in my mind, I'm going, am I opened, this candle right here, am I opened, yeah, it's about 60 cents. Am I opened to betting a 60-cent pullback, right? I'm up about 78%, which means that's about 40% of my profits. Am I opened? Am I okay with betting 40% of my profits? That's considering I get a perfect exit if this reverses on me. Am I okay with betting 48% of my return to see if this goes further? And I wasn't. So I booked it. That's what's been working very well for me, right? It's not oh, but this has been how that's going to go further, right? Because I mean, Todd, you trade futures, highly leveraged. Novak, you trade options, right? So we have to be able to go, okay, everything is risk reward, not just your entry, but your exit too. How much are you willing to risk to see if you're right? Now listen, I'm not saying if this was holding the 9, which I'm going to show you on my next trade, I would have held. But just be aware of what you're probably going to have to hold through. You know what I mean? Because a 60-cent pullback to the 9, I wasn't okay with that, right? So I booked my profits. Price comes up, tags the structure. Look at that, perfect. And just to highlight to Todd here, this HPT pattern is flawless. Look at that. It's wild. Beautiful. So, for everybody that don't know, Todd, you want to explain that HPT pattern real quick? Look at that. Right. Right here. Right, like this one. Yeah. Right. Oh, hold on. So let's talk about that. So you're grabbing the bottom of this candle, right? So your first entry is when we break below that. So you're identifying the lower high. You're going, okay, lower high here. So things are bearish. Boom. Broke the bottom, which is break of structure. You're in it. Comes up, tags it. Now, if this red candle breaks this guy, you're in another. Bam. Yep. Right here. Boom. Or this one. No, so now your stop's right here. Boom. And then you just keep riding. Green bar ignored. Dude. This one. Yeah. And now, to a man that don't even look at volume anymore, you're because you're understanding big. You know what's crazy? It's crazy you mentioned big bar because I've started to realize big bars tell you so much. They're usually an area that price is gonna come back to, or I've noticed trends will start with little bars, end with bigger ones. Not always. But that was beautiful, man. That was a really, really really good trade right there. It was phenomenal. I took. Really? It's a big reversal. Yes. 50-50. Oh, it's over. Yeah, it's over. And we actually, I'm going to show you that happened a couple times. Like this one right here. Look at this big red candle. And then the green one right after it. Eats it up. Rips. That's the bull 180. It rips. That's what we were talking about before with, and that's like what I try to talk about with everything, right? Like you have two scenarios. It's either gonna be validated or invalidated, right? Like you have previous day low right here. We're breaking below it, right? This was my next trade. Broke below previous day low, right? This yellow guy coming up for a retest. Now, up until this point, the 9 has been defended. Another really big thing I want to point out here on the 1 hour time frame. Look at price. We're respecting the 9. Boom. Boom. This was my biggest issue last month, right? I had 7 red days, 14 red trades. Every single one of them, I was fighting the 9 on the 1 hour. And once again, I'm not saying it's wrong to trade into the 9 on the 1 hour, right? It's actually not a bad, it's not a bad strategy. But become aware of where the 9 is and trade with it, right? So like I'm looking at this, we had the false break above the high, previous day high defended, we're breaking PDL, and kind of what Todd was just talking about with that big red candle. 80% chance you're going to have some follow through. Use that on the 1 hour time frame to understand who's in control, right? So if the market looks like this on the right, I'm not looking for a bullish chart pattern until we're down at 520 or we're down at wherever it may be, right? Like I'm going to remain a little bearish at this point because the way we close below the critical level, right? It means a lot to me. So when we close, we come up for the retest here. We're touching the 9. Take the market short here. I was really proud of this trade, right? We talked about this before because I'm entering short on a green candle, right? Like you have to have a pretty good understanding of like market conditions to do that, right? It's not easy. At least it wasn't easy for me back when, right? I used to like to enter on, the same color candle. So I go short here. My stop's right here. Once again, about $3.30 move to accumulate my stop. And the reason is, right, it's kind of what Todd was just saying again, is we're at a critical level here. And it's a bearish break and retest. If this doesn't hold, the chances of going back up to open print are extremely high. So this risk has such low, or this trade has such low risk, because even if I'm wrong, I'm right because I understand what's the next highest probable move, right? So this really helps me. Like I used to struggle with entries. I used to overthink my trades. Now I'm way more acceptance to the point where I'm like, listen, I'm gonna go short here, and even if it doesn't work for me, I'm just gonna have a really good place to stop out and target the next imbalance. Like that has helped me so much lately. Like I mean, for a while now, I've been trading that way, and it really helps. So caught a nice move here off previous day low. I didn't hold it as long as I wanted, but that's completely fine. I caught, it was a really good move from here down to the lows, right? It's about, $5 move on SPX, which is about 50 cents on SPY, which again is, around 50% return, right? Like, it's wild. Like, I used to really think you needed these really large moves to make money, right? And I'm not, like, you got to find that balance, right? Where you're not, like, cutting them very quick, but then again, you're not going to be giving profits back due to holding. So I caught that move, and then I took one more trade, which I used the 9 for completely on the 1 hour. So we took that off previous day low, and this was my main issue last month, right? So notice right here, conditions are starting to shift, right? So we break below, pop, right? So now this little pop right here is telling me sellers are getting a bit weak. So now the old Josh here used to be like, okay, I want to go long targeting this guy right here maybe, which isn't a bad move, but by the time I get in long, right, because I don't want to chase this, we're kind of far away from the 9. Say I get in long maybe on like this candle or something because it, that pulled back to the 9. And we rip up in there, right? Now, if I don't take profits right here, which used to be an issue, right? Because I would get later entries, maybe get in this too late, capture like a quick $3 move. Maybe that's like 20%. I want more or whatever. But notice here, I'm playing into the 9 on the right hand side chart. We're longing into the 9. So this trade's only good if you're getting in low, right? So that awareness really helped me this week, because now I'm being way more patient. I let price come up to 5240, right? I noticed we were starting to touch the 9 there. I had a target of 520 potentially. So I'm like, okay, we come up into that level. We get that super bearish candle. Took this short. Caught a really good move down to the lows. Once again, took profits when we were very extended from the 9 there. And then just like Todd said, look, massive red candle. Dude, engulfing. There's not one wick on this candle. Just red. And then, boom. Ate it up completely. Yep, that's the bull 180. Yep. Yeah. I like how you said the top 50. That's that right there is a really good strategy, believe it or not. So you can't really see. But if you look at this green candle, so once again, right? Why is this? Hold on. So candles are nothing other than they measure strength, if you ask me, right? Like, okay, it ain't gonna work, but all right. So let's just do it like this. Candles are constantly measuring the strength of whoever's in control of them. So I'm gonna say right here is about 50%. So once you get that bull 180, I'm going, okay, say I just go long, right? Say I'm just impatient and I just want to long this because we got the bull 180. Can I account for a $3 move to my 50%? Absolutely. Find 50% of the candle and let that be your stop out, right? Because once again, you want to trade with whoever's got more strength in the market, right? So, use your candlestick analysis being like, okay, bull 180, 50%, let's go long. I'm not suggesting go long whatsoever just because we closed above the one before it. You actually can get hurt that way. I would much rather wait for the 50% to be defended, just like Todd said, and then go long, right? Because then you get a nice little move. So little tricks to spotting reversals. I mean, look, you got the low, the bull 180, holding the 9. It's a really good day right there. Hold on, let me get rid of some of these. Boop. Yeah, that was a good day right there. Okay, next. Mega gap down this day. All right. So, let's see here. Okay, I took one short play right here. Not right here. Right here. Today was actually kind of hard to trade. Not necessarily. Let's break it down. Okay, so SPY's gonna highlight kind of why I traded the way I did this day. So once again, I'm always doing 1 hour structure. It's the way I measure who's in control of the market. It's the way I find my setups, right? So we get massive sell-off, right? So Monday sold off, Tuesday pre-market sold off. So now I'm going, okay, morning opens up, can't really find anything. I traded this off, like I traded SPX, but I charted SPY. So we get a little sell-off here, right off 518.39, which is just insane to me. That's why that structure is just so powerful. I mean, look at this. Where was that? 518.39. So you take the low of this day, and right at 5:30, you get a beautiful break. You get a beautiful retest right there. Bam, wild. So go right into it. Sell off. Okay, comes up to pre-market low, sells off. Right, I missed that. Then where did I go short at 11:40? And this is just a testament to you don't need massive moves to make money, right? So I took a short play off pre-market low on this candle down to here, right? So I pretty much got in this probably around on SPX, right? I got in on this candle. Hold on. I made 28% return on this trade. Almost, pretty much 29. But I got in short on this candle and got out at this candle. So I caught this right here. Very simple move, trading with the 9. Simple. 30% ROI on this. Like, you know, I just want to highlight that, right? Like, we don't need mega moves. We just need to capture a little trend. You know, on SPY, what? That's like 60, it's about 60-cent move. Couldn't get past that 517, but I didn't even wait for that. We get extended from that 9, I'm out. It doesn't make sense to me to, when I see days that trend, right? Like when I'm not getting it, like large trending days that you'll see, they stay hugging the 9 the whole trend, right? And when they don't, you get a pullback, right? And the instrument I'm trading, pullbacks really don't make a lot of sense. So that's just what's been working for me, in and out. I mean, retesting pre-market low, but it was kind of HPT right there, Todd, right? Like break, little bit of a higher, the high was above the candle, but yeah, it was weak high, right? Break, boom, drop, comes up, retest, holds the 9, short, take it down to 517, boom. Yeah, super simple. And then yeah. Yes. What happens if we don't? Yeah, dude. It's 50-50. Like I used to be looking for something to happen, and then it wouldn't happen, and then I wouldn't do anything. But now, when I'm looking for something to happen and it doesn't happen, I just do the opposite of what I was going to do. There's only two winners in this game, buyers or sellers. And if buyers are losing, sellers are winning. Right? Oh, perfect example the next day, dude. This day was a monster. I actually traded this in a breakout. So this goes straight to our 50-50 perspective here. So check this out. SPX is really going to paint the picture really well. So, okay. This day right here. All right, so market looks like this. I got end of day right here. No point really charting the high. But then I got the low. Okay, low's that blue line. Okay, cool. So, actually, let me do this real quick. I really want to highlight this structure game right here because it's insane. Just like you just said, Todd, right? If it don't hold, it's going to go the other way. So, let me see here. So in my pre-market plan, I'm going, okay, I'm looking for end of day to paint me a picture. Right? So every time I try to predict something, I lose money. Every time. So check this out. What did I do? Hold on. So SPX, okay. So price comes right up into end of day on SPX. And on this candle, I take the market short. right? So I take the market short, and I'm targeting open print down at 5194, right? Let me get rid of this real quick. So I'm doing this, taking the market short. My stop is at end of day, so I have a really tight stop in, right? It's predetermined, it's good. Now, what happens if sellers don't hold this? If sellers don't hold this, we're going to get a massive pop, right? And there was news. Let me show you. So this is what my chart kind of looked like here. Right here. Here we go. Okay. So market looks like this. Couple things I'm noticing here that I failed to notice in the moment. We're getting a higher low, right? So a low, we got a low right here. This is why I love the higher lows and the swing highs and lows, man. They help tell you what's going to happen prior to testing the structure. So price coming in the end of day, I take a short, bam, get stomped out, right? Hard stop hit me, right? So still got hurt on this trade. Not super bad, but it's going to happen. It's inevitable. Don't care. Now, instead of getting frustrated and walking away, I'm going, okay, sellers just lost here, right? Like Todd said, one thing's going to happen. If it don't, the other. So we have 519.55. We're way above it. Now, we're extremely extended from the 9D EMA on the 1 hour, which is keeping me grounded, right? I'm going, dude, I'm not chasing. Instead, I'm going, okay. Where are you? Hold on. Okay, so I'm going, okay. We're super extended. The 9's lining right up with 519.55, which is a which is an other day's previous low. Why am I getting... Okay, here we go. My bad, guys. Okay, so we rip up. We come down for a retest off 519.55. I take this long on SPX. Now check this out. Over here on the left. And this is why those critical levels, those previous lows, those previous highs, right? They play the best market imbalances. So I take this long, targeting up here, and capture a beautiful move. Once again, I didn't hold this whole move. I went long. What I am very proud of, though, is my entry on this trade, because I got in. This closed red. Once, like, the 2 minute opened up, Todd, and we couldn't break below the low of it, I'm in it with my stop below the low of it. So finding a way to manage risk, even when you're kind of far away from a pre-market level. But what really gave me the conviction on this trade was the fact that 518.88 structure couldn't hold, right? So one structure breaks, target the next, right? So caught a really good move. I ended up getting out like at the top of this candle. So just caught this 5.215 all the way up to about 5.222. Just really good move. Yeah. Yes. This one. It's massive green candle. Holds. Rips. And then I took a short play up here. Now, this was a really good trade as well. Using that moving average, right? Look how extended we are. Look at the structure. If you ask me, this is one of my favorite trades all week. Structure and extremely far away from the moving average. So I'm going, okay, if I'm just looking at this is bearish, right? I'm going, okay, we're ripping into 521. the chances of us continuing to rip when we're this far away from the moving average without a pullback is pretty low. So I ended up going short on what candle? It was this candle. I took the market short right here. I had a really good stop, which was above this guy, right? 5228. And this is how I'm thinking in my mind, right? I'm going, if price, hold on. If price, I'm short right here. One of the main reasons I'm short is we have a high. Now we have a lower high. If we get a higher high, like above this guy, that's telling me buyers are stronger than I thought. So, like, I just kind of want to clear that up because I used to be like, oh, well, your stop has to be right here. No, it doesn't. Your stop could be above the candle. Because if buyers can get price above that candle, that's a sign of strength, right? So I learned that one from you, Todd, where I'm in my stops, I try to keep my stop on the candle I enter. Or the one before it. Or the one before it. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. If you're entering based on that candle, why are you stomping out at a different one? So yeah, price ripped right down to that 9. This was a beautiful trade. Boom. Done. I was like, and this was another one, right? Where profit taking, right? Because, I mean, you're getting a mega sell-off here. Boom, 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 boom. My first target was right here. Spies actually got some better. I wanted to target 519.55, but when we ripped down way below 520 like that, and we got ultra extended from that 9, once again, the pullback isn't worth it to me, right? Like, get out, get in another, like. And once again, right, I kind of feel like I've been trading with the 9 for so long now. Like, I'm kind of really getting familiar with, like, when I should be getting out of them. So, it's all just, just build. It's not what you use, it's how you use it, right? So just be aware when you're getting extended from that 9, right? Ask yourself, it doesn't make sense to book my profits right here? Or do I want to bet them to see if I get more, right? So then came the mega sell-off, which it's insane. But I took 2 very simple trades this day. Yeah. Yo, dude, look at this. This is what I was looking at. How small candles turn to big ones. Isn't that insane? Look at how these candles right here just keep getting bigger, bigger, bigger. Like small, small, big, big, bigger. And look at how it's holding the 9. It's wild to me. It's wild. Like right here. Hold. 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 It's literally prices pulling down, pulling the 9 to it. Get extended, soak up. Boom. Anytime this happens right here, and you have to close back below the 9, that's so bearish. Like, yeah, 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 yeah. So first trade I took was right here off open print. So first thing though I want to show you guys here is, let's see. So, like I was telling you before about my last month, right? With trading into the 9 just really hasn't been working for me. Or let me refrain, like just being aware that if I'm short, maybe you should take profits when we tag the 9. in this scenario, right? So just being aware of that, right? Like don't anticipate that moving average to not hold, right? There's going to be some resistance there. So I actually I took a short play, but I took it into that 9, right? So I took a short play. It was on this candle right here, right? I was looking for a gap fill. I was really like, I was like, okay. And I was proud of this trade, though, because I was able to literally get out of this trade, right? So we closed below open print, boom. This candle coming up, stopping me out of because in the Discord I'm writing, if we get back above the open, I'm out of this trade. If we close above the 9, I'm out of this trade. We close above the 9, out of the trade, right? So I was able to capture a nice little move. And then I'm going, okay, what's the next probable scenario? Like, what has the highest chance of happening if sellers couldn't defend the open? Sellers can't defend the open. I want to see buyers target the top of this and then high of day, right? So, and what really gave me conviction on this long play was the 9 on the 1 hour here. Because I'm going, dude, look, took price into it. Sellers couldn't get past it, right? So now, how can I trade with buyers, right? So we broke, closed above it, long. And then when I long this, I got long on this candle once the 50% held. Look at that. So once price closed above open print here, we come down, retest 50% of it, and then start to rip up. Like Todd said, once it takes out the top, I'm in the long with my stop below it. So I'm long here, and then my stop is here. Bam. That was kind of, because as long as the 50% holds, I'm willing to see if we could go up to high a day, right? So it was a really good trade right here. Took her right up to the top, and then once we got extended from the 9, booked the profits. That 9 helps me so much. It's insane. And the only reason I didn't get out here, this is what I really liked about this, was the shift in structure here.
Hey, Daddy.
Like, look at the break,
Dad.
the hold,
Dad.
and then the rip. Hold on, guys. What's up, babe?
Hello.
Baby, you gotta chill about 15 more minutes. So that clean break of structure, like look at right here, like this is where those higher highs and stuff, Todd, that we're always talking about. Like when the market looks like this, are you gonna go short? No. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a sign of strength. We need to be able to see these, right? Like you have a high right here, and you just closed above it. Now, yeah, I understand there could be a bear 180. There could always be something crazy that happens, but it's not my job to anticipate stuff like that. It's my job to play the highest probable move. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when we're closing above a previous resistance, I have to target the high. That's what the structure's there to tell you. So, yeah, this was a really good move. I thought we were going to rip this day. And then it did the exact opposite. Check out the lower high. Break. Lower high. Break. HBT pattern. Sink. Yeah, that is a wild trade. Yeah, the shift in structure. Yes. So I got a little piece of this. I took a short play. Where was it? Right. I was at the DMV. and we broke the lows, and I was so bullish too, which was wild. So once, like Todd was talking about, right here I'm bullish. This candle is completely green at one point. Right? It's important to say that. This candle looked like this. I'm like, dude, I want to go long. Where can I go long? And then we break below. And I'm like, oh wow, hold up. Then you get the lower high. Bam. I'm like, oh wow, this thing's gonna. I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, if you look and SPX, I'm going, dude, if open print can't hold, this thing's gonna sink. If open print can't hold, right? We had this okie doke. If she can't hold, we're at least going to 5,230. So, yeah, gap fill to previous day high and then end of day, right? So first target, second target. I'm at the DMV, dealing with something, right? I'm like, okay. Talking to the lady at the front desk. I had to step away because I'm not even kidding, dude. I had to step away. I enter short on this candle, right? So kind of like Todd was talking about. When we broke this guy, I was willing to put on risk. So market looks like this. We can't break this low. We come up, we retest this level, break the low, enter short, and I'm like, okay, let's go, sell off, break into my 520.30 target and take profit, right? So it was a really good trade. I bought my contracts for $370, sold them for around $650, right? Almost 100%. These contracts went up to $15,000 a contract. Bro, $15,000 a contract on these 5230 puts. And the thing is though, it's how often do you get a $10 move, right? It's, I need to play the highest probable trade. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad about yeah, oh, right here? Yeah. So Todd's saying when this green candle pops up, right, at end of day there, and then sellers blow through it, that's a really bearish indication right there. Yeah. Because that's where you're putting the oh yeah. Okay, so hold on. Hold up. Okay, so you're going, okay. Green bar. I'm going, once the red candle takes it out, you're short. And then you're putting your stop pretty much at your entry, right? Right, okay, so right above here. Boom. And I love that because you don't need nothing else. You're just going, no, all I need are these three candles, right? You're going, we broke below it. I'm going to put my stop right here. Follow through. Boom. Yeah, that's lovely right there. Think about it. You're not going to long this pattern, right? Absolutely not. So, does it make sense to short it? Yes, it does. As long as you can manage risk comfortably, do it. That's the biggest thing. Friday took two trades. Took a short play, right? So me and Novak actually just went through this. This was a really Friday, dude, was such a beautiful, once again, with the 50-50 perspective. 515.01, break below it, right? So, okay, we have bearish structure, We've broken below 515. We're coming up for a retest. Two things that can happen here. Sellers can defend it. We go down to 513. Or buyers can defend it. And we rip up to 516.28. So buyers defend 515, right? You can see SBX, perfect retest of open print. And let me do this on SPY. So, okay, we rip above 515. Then we rip into 516.28. This day price action was moving so fast. I took a short play here, targeting 515.01. Took profits quick, but I mean, because how far we were from the 9. I held one runner, which then I got stomped out of. And in my mind, I'm going, okay. Chart on the right. Bearish structure here has just been invalidated at 516.28. So it was bearish. Now it's been invalidated. It's bullish. I can't long this because of how extended we are from the 9. A pullback's imminent. I take the market long. This thing comes down, super extended from the 9. So I got my faith in that pullback to the 9, right? Because this was red, right? Once again, it's important that everybody knows what this looked like when I bought my call. Looks something like this, right? This thing's full red. Okay, red. But look at, oh man, she ain't gonna work. Okay, but anyways, we're just super extended from the 9. It's red, super extended. I'm willing to put a long on once this starts to suck up with my risk below this level. And I'm playing the larger break of structure here on the 1 hour. So this trade is 186% return. I sold on this candle. It was an amazing trade. I was completely blown away. But it made sense. The volume was there. The volatility was there. The structure was broken. And, moral of the story for this recap is don't play what you think is going to happen. Play what's happening in front of you, right? Like, learn to spot structure and how the candles react off the levels, and focus on the stuff that really matters there. So, yeah, it's a really good week, guys. Thanks for showing up. It's been really good. I'm gonna throw this up in the Discord for the whole team to watch, and hope everybody has a great weekend. Right, and I'm gonna see you guys Monday. Yeah, peace.